A federal judge this week smacked down Sean Spicer and former OMB director under Donald Trump, Russell Vought, for trying to get back on the board of the U.S. Naval Academy, a position that Trump appointed them to, along with other people like Kellyanne Conway, right before the end of his administration. Now, as you'll recall, a couple months ago, Biden came through and he fired all of these last-minute Trump appointments to the U.S. Naval Academy board, which, for all intents and purposes, is basically a symbolic position. You know, the people that serve on this board, here's their job. They advise the president on, quote, the state of morale and discipline, the curriculum, instruction, physical equipment, fiscal affairs, academic methods, and other matters at the Naval Academy. So that's it. Okay, it's not exactly a prestigious job. It's a title, of course, that these individuals love to have, and they're pissed off that they don't get to have it anymore. And, of course, they kind of want to screw Biden over, so they sued. And this week, while trying to get an injunction in place to allow them to stay on the board as the lawsuit moves forward, the judge said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to leave you on this board that you were fired from while the case proceeds. And the judge's rejection of this injunction is a good indication that this lawsuit from Spicer and Vought is going to fail, especially because the judge has also said you've given no indication that your views on the governance of the Naval Academy actually differ from the other board members, but you're sitting here arguing that you were fired for political reasons. So if that were the case, if you were fired because Biden thinks you're going to be obstructionist, you're not showing that you wouldn't be obstructionist or that you would be. So your argument falls flat because you can't prove the point that you're trying to make. Now, again, the case is still moving forward. But if this judge is already telling you you're not making the argument you think you're making, you know, you're suing for this, but you can't even prove this, that's a really good indication that you're not going to win. And I hope Sean Spicer and Russell Vought understand that. These people on this board serve at the leisure of the President of the United States. That's actually in the job title. You serve at their leisure. Well, Biden's leisure said, get the hell out of here. We don't want you here. I want people here who trust me, who I trust. I have the authority to do this. Go to hell. Now, of course, he didn't say it that rudely, but honestly, he should. I mean, really, Biden, you used to be quite a fighter. You know, you were an in-your-face kind of guy. What happened to that? You should be more in your face with these individuals. You could tell them straight up like, yeah, I fired you because I don't like your politics, because you're loyal to that other guy, and I don't care what you're going to do about it. I have the authority to do this. Take a hike, Jack. You know, give him the old corn pop treatment there if you have to. But you won't do that. Get a little bit tougher. Maybe you'll see that approval rating go up a little bit. But in the meantime, at least we have some decent federal judges out there who understand what a legal argument is, and in this case, what a legal argument is not.